you will not learn to overtake them in their territory. Can I tell you something? And that was the reason the Bible says, and there arose a great tempest. And this tempest was so dangerous that almost sank the whole ship. But thank God that the master was there. But guess what happened? Even though he was in the boat, despite that the thing was coming up, since no one called on him to disturb him, he was still asleep. But I may tell you that Jesus knew everything. He wasn't asleep. He was only listening to see what they would do. I challenge your tempest today to die off. Amen. I don't think you have been saying amen to that. I said, I don't hear you have been saying amen to that. Now, as it stands, the Bible says, and Jesus arrived, and the two men saw him, ran after him. To do what? And they were now begging the master. Master, we know who you are. Master, maybe in the other way around, since we have tried to stop you over this, and we still have the breakthrough to be here. So, needless of we fighting you, we can't do anything. I know who you are. You are going to send us away. We can't leave this territory. We have been for ancients of days. So therefore, Master, please, we beg of you, send us into the spirit. And the Bible said, and Jesus responded with immediate effect. Can I tell you this? Jesus was 100% man, 100% God. This power had been in this territory for ancient of days, for years. And Jesus just came into this territory. On his way down to this place, there was a battle on the high sea. Brethren, I want you to understand something. That territorial power will not cease to fight you. As a child of God, maybe as we are in this area, it doesn't matter how many years we have been here. I'm coming to tell you that there are powers called territorial spirits. And this is one of the mission I'm going about, preaching and praying all over the places. I'm moving every Thursday to a place and I'm preaching, binding, commanding, loosing, because I came to discover that territorial spirits, ancient powers that were there before we went there, they are still intact. And they will live to fight any church that will not correspond with their doctrine. And hear me, I told you of a story as we were about to open a church somewhere. And while I made the preparation for the church opening, I'm in my dream as I slept, preparing the few days to come to attend, to go for a program and open a church. Then I was confronted by a mighty python. And the mighty python spoke to me. He said to me, are you coming to open a church in this place? Don't you know before you made that plans to be here, a certain man, he mentioned the name of the rich man, that brought this python to this community. He said, I am here. He brought me here to checkmate anybody that wants to raise its head. I am the one controlling prosperity and everything here. If I don't accept, nothing prospers here. So you coming to open a church here, you will not try it. But before you know it, I'm going to kill you right now. So you can better say your last prayer before anything. I'm going to kill you. Hey! And when this python spoke, I'm talking about a mighty python bigger than this being here. And I said, who are you? He said, I've already told you who I am. I know you are going to open a church. So I'm going to kill you. I said, all right, since you are going to kill me, you want to kill me because I'm coming to open a church in this locality. No problem about that. But before you try that, I'm going to do what? Kill you. Since you said you are too much, you are powerful, you are a territorial spirit, you are so strong, let's start to fight. And guess what happened? The python called around to tie me up and to kill me. If this python would have succeeded, that is to say in the morning, everybody would have come to my room and said that I was a dead man. Right. And nobody would know that I am dying because I was about to overtake a certain territory for Jesus. Right. And guess what happened? I fought with this python, spent time to fight this python, and I fought and fought. Finally, I caught the head of the python and I killed the python. Somebody say, when we took with me? That's all. He said, I don't know. You are my son. You are my son. I begat you. From today, you are my son. I don't have a male child. He opened a portion of land. Take it, that's for you. I said, no, Mama, I don't want. He said, take it, that's for you. Come and build church here. I said, no, Mama. He said, you don't know. You are my son from today. Now, breakthrough has started. Are you seeing me now? Now, the general spirit will not want this to happen. And now, I still say, Mommy, I don't need this land. Let us rent a place and build the church and start the church. And so, we went and rented a place. But to cut the long story short, battle began. And when the battle began, the battle even made us, the woman gave us her house. We were there, and the villagers and the people came to fight us, came with magic, came with everything to fight us in that place. But glory be to God that the influence of God overpowered them. Somebody say amen. Amen. That was the time I said, Pastor, I need to be there. Pastor Otto was there then, and then they all came to fight them. And guess what happened? When they fought them, they could not succeed. They boarded the vehicle, rented the vehicle, and they drove down to the quarter and came to meet me and said, hey, you are the Geo, you are this, you are that. But when they came to meet me, because I am a stone, you can't break this stone. And so when they now saw me, they came up with all their charm, with all their everything. In fact, when they came to see me, they could not talk the way they were talking, and they were now talking in respect, and they were now talking to say, yes, sir. I said, what's happening? They said, go. When you go, stop it. I will come there to see what is happening around. And but if you know that you are coming to make trouble and to ferment trouble, that's there for you. But I know of the truth that the power of trouble is dead already. Because I can see that none of you can raise your hand. None of you can raise your head. They were like doing all sorts of things. They were like sending men to kill us. They were like sending people to come to the church and kill people. All this with the battle have already fought and won in the name of the Spirit. And so to cut the long story short, we fought, they fought and fought and fought. There was no way. Until we now finally came out of the place the woman gave us, and we rented another apartment from another rich man's compound. And one of the days, as the church began to grow and the church began to move by the grace of God, guess what happened? One day, just one day, the landlord got up, locked the gate, locked everything, the seat and everything, the microphones and everything, the drums and everything, and locked it and said nobody is entering. Guess what happened? And that day I was to have a program, and so I left the